Unboxes.
Resident Evil.
Hey, how's it going everyone? KayneHunterTaker here and welcome back to another unboxing. And today I bring you the latest addition to this awesome board game series, Resident Evil. We finally got the first game in the board game series when it was teased in the Resident Evil 3 board game. I could not wait for this one to be officially live on the Kickstarter, and as soon as it was, went right in and I went with the all-in pledge, so I got everything. It's all here next to me, and I'm gonna do it like how I've done with Resident Evil 2 and 3. Just gonna do a marathon of videos for each of the expansions and then all the little goodies, and just having a good time. I really love the Resident Evil board game. Me, Luke and Dad, we are so into this. Not so much the playing, but the painting. We love painting all the figures, and we've still got a little bit of Resident Evil 2 to go. I think we've cracked onto Resident Evil 3, and we are currently playing through the 2 board game, but just life gets busy. I think we're up to scenario 5 or 6. I think we just beat the G boss, and when we have a day off we set it all up and do the next scenario. And honestly, I would probably just start from here, because Resident Evil 1 is my favourite game, and if I couldn't be biased, it's Resident Evil 3, but I have such a just love for the first game, the cheesiness and just the overall graphics, just it's always just close to me, and I always pick that game whenever I'm asked, oh, what's your favourite? It's definitely that one. And I tell you what, let's get to opening. So in this episode we're going to just start with the board game itself. And I just got to say, I love the choice of the artwork for the actual board game, because it is the Japanese version of Resident Evil, or Biohazard as it is known. So that's really cool, a nice little touch there. I'm actually planning on doing a playthrough of this. I got this copy a few months ago because I thought I really want the Japanese version of Resident Evil, and yeah, I hope to do a playthrough at some point. And just before I officially start unboxing, guess what's been announced? Resident Evil 4, the board game. I can't believe it. So they're going to keep the series going, which is great, but unfortunately Resident Evil 1 is where I end. I'm happy with having the first 3. It's just a lot of pieces to keep on track. I mean, this one itself is probably the biggest by far, so I'm happy with just sticking with the original trilogy. And I tell you what, if up for it, I'll probably just buy the standard edition of the Resident Evil 4 board game when it comes out on, not local, but hobby gaming stores. I'll see how we go. So yeah, that'll be cool, but I'm happy with where I am. And I was going through it, I'm pretty sure I have everything. There's just one thing I couldn't really find, and it's probably in one of the boxes. You get a free gift of Rebecca in an alternate rookie outfit, and so I'm keeping an eye out for that. But from what I was reading up, I'm pretty sure I got everything this time. Oh, such a hassle with Resident Evil 2 board game. I was missing a lot of my stuff and just trying to get in contact. The box, so really awesome. I'll tell you what I'm really happy about. We've got a proper HD version of this title, so I'll probably use that with future Resident Evil playthroughs. Oh, check that out. Oh, there we go. Classic scene, eating Kenneth. So this is the... Oh, it's part of the board. It's part of the board by the looks of it. Really cool. The official rule book, really nice. Let's have a breeze through. Might read the introduction. I'll tell you what, I'll do that, and I'll put some actual proper footage on of flicking through the book instead of me just doing it here. Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred on the outskirts of Raccoon City. There have been outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten. The Raccoon City Police Department dispatched the Bravo team from the Special Tactics and Rescue Service to investigate, but contact was lost shortly after arrival. In response, the Alpha team were sent to investigate their compatriots' last known whereabouts, a forest situated at the edge of nearby Arkley Mountains. Bravo team's helicopter was derelict when they found it. The pilot's corpse was inside, It looked like he'd been badly mauled by a wild animal. Of the Bravo team, there was no sign. The Alpha team continued their search, but their situation quickly turned into a nightmare. Attacked by a pack of rabid monsters, the Alpha team were forced to flee and take refuge in a sprawling mansion, previously hidden by the dense trees. They stand now in the mansion's eerie front hall, grasping for breath. As they begin to get their bearings, an uncomfortable truth hits them. There are only 4 STARS members left. No one knows whether the other teammates are alive or dead. Is the mission still to investigate the bloody murders and find the missing teammates, or is it to survive and escape? I'm excited.
Wow.
To get myself pumped up for this marathon, I actually just watched Resident Evil Death Island finally, and oh, it was so good. I want more animated movies now, and it was nice to finally see just the crew together. The only person we're missing is Barry Burton. I hope he shows up in the next movie, but it was just nice to see them all in the one room finally, and yeah, I was really happy with it. I enjoyed it. Oh, that is so cool. I like the scenarios book. It looks like a folder from just their progress notes of what happened. First floor, West A. Introduction. The wind lashes the trees outside, leaves and branches scratching against the window panes like nails from an unseen assailant. A flash of lightning paints your surroundings, and for a moment you're sure you see a shadow of a figure on the opposite side of the window, hands pawing at the glass. Yet when your eyes find the frame, there's nothing to be seen. Perhaps your imagination, perhaps not. Finding a secure place feels like your first objective, somewhere you don't have to watch the shadows from movement, and can establish a base of operations. The objectives. In this scenario, the characters must find and secure the safe room. If each character is on the safe room tile, the players can choose to successfully complete the scenario at any time. If there are any enemies on the safe room tile when the scenario is completed, skip step 6 during the end phase. Special rules. Quiet area. If the tension deck runs out during this scenario, shuffle the discard pile and place it face down to refresh the deck. Additionally, if the scenario is successfully completed, skip step 2 during the end phase. Safe haven. Character on the safe room tile does not have to draw a card during the tension phase. Card decks. Item A deck. Shuffle 1. Hazard item A card. I assume that's what that is. At the start of the scenario. Item deck B. Old key. Lighter. First aid spray. A kerosene container. Tension deck. Yep. Shuffle the tension card into the tension deck at the start of the scenario. Awesome. Looking really cool. So the tension cards, what me, Luke and Dad have done is we've sort of created our own rules just to add on to the game. The tension deck, we don't believe if it runs out, it should be game over. I think you should just shuffle the deck, and with the ink ribbons, because in the game you use the ink ribbons to shuffle the deck before it runs out, and what we've done there is use the ink ribbons to make a checkpoint in a way. So if one of our players dies, they get sent back to that checkpoint and then continue on with the campaign. Because some of the rules we found were just a little bit too frustrating, like especially the tension deck, because me and Luke, I have to delete the videos now because it was just rough. Me and Luke were trying to record a series of playing through the board game, but we were doing so many mistakes even when we thought we knew the game. And one of the scenarios, we ran that tension deck so how do I put it? Carefully, like trying not to use our ink ribbons too early. We did so well to try and save them until the very last tension card, and we still ran out right at the end of the campaign. And then when we looked into it, Steamforge had responded to a comment talking about that scenario, and they said, we understand that the game is hard, so what we're doing right now is implementing another ink ribbon for that scenario. And it's like, so did you test this game? So that's why we started making our own rules, and a lot more fun.
We got to the root of the problem.
Oh, there's the monsters! Do I want to open up the tiles and make a mess? Because we're nowhere near ready. Oh yeah, it's an unboxing. If I'm not doing that, then it's not an unboxing. I like the weapon dials. It feels like it's actually, you know, a reloading weapon. And then we got the characters themselves, or the what would you call it, the little miniatures. So Chris Redfield, my favourite ARA character of all time, Jill Valentine, Rebecca Chambers. Tell you what, actually, I might hang on, I'll go behind my camera. So we got Barry Burton, one of my favourite BOWs, the Hunter. This blew my mind. I was like, oh! It's all HD and 3D now. Oh, pretty random cutscene. Oh, no, aim! Got a different stance, Hunter. The ultimate life form, the Tyrant. So cool.
It's magnificent.
Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll go back. I'll put some work into this video and I'll just take some nice video of the little miniatures. Lisa Trevor. Such a tragic story behind her. And a zombie. Crimson Head. I almost said zombie for that one. I'm thinking he's about to strike a pose, but yeah, that's Crimson Head. Now, I'm sure that's a reused one from Resident Evil 2, I'm pretty sure, but that's alright, we need more zombies. Cerberus, which was actually one of my first miniatures I painted with the Resident Evil 2 board game, and oh, that was rough. But yeah, it kickstarted my love for painting miniatures, and yeah, still doing it to this day. I haven't done much in the last few months, but I got some holiday coming up, I might jump in and do some, because it is quite fun. And we got Potbelly Zombie. He chunky monkey. We got the dice. And we got the tension deck. Hello! Alright, that's the tension cards. Alright, looks like we got mission cards here. Oh, we've got some character cards here. Zombie. Lisa Trevor. Crimson Head Prototype. Crimson Head. Cerberus. Hunter. Brad Vickers, Richard Aiken, Enrico Marini, Albert Wesker, Barry Burton, Chris Redfield, Rebecca Chambers, Jill Valentine, my love. I dropped it!
Are you kidding me?
She didn't want me, man. Of course, it's the one I dropped. Alright, we got little missions here. So, yeah, it looks really cool. So, that because the game's going to be very short, because you're only in like one area, kind of like mansion and then the courtyard stuff, so they're giving you little missions by the looks of it. Oh, that's creepy. Oh, that's a nice little effect there with all the different enemies. Alright, that's cool. Alright, we got boss cards. So, Lisa Trevor. And then just different attacks. Awakened Tyrant, and then his attacks. Tyrant again, just a different version, and then just all his stuff. And looks like we've got these, not tension cards, but look like failed mission cards. Alrighty, we're on to the item cards. Don't know what that's for. Damage counters. Oh, is that if you draw it, you take 3 hits or something? This is for all your locked doors. These are interesting. I'm trying to work out what these are. So you have to choose one way or the other. You can't just choose randomly. Interesting. Ooh. Interesting. And that's the base game done. I'll see you all in the next episode.